This is my AP classes tier list based on difficulty. I've taken 13 AP classes. I'm going to be a senior in high school. So here we go. AP Calculus AB is basically the definition of very difficult. You've never taken calculus before. It's a lot of abstract concepts. AP Chemistry, this is a very difficult classes. Drop out, especially units 3, 8, 9. I'd very much recommend you take a chemistry class in high school before AP Chemistry, or else it's going to be very difficult. Calculus BC, I'd also put in dropout. It's like 50% more content than Calculus AB, but if you know Calculus AB very well, BC will not be that much more difficult than AB. So since I took both of these classes, I felt my BC experience was actually easier than my AB experience. Overall, with all the content, I still put in dropout. Computer Science A, I haven't taken it, but I've heard it was pretty difficult. AP Physics 1, I've taken this class. It's not too bad, but it's definitely easier than Calculus AB. AP Physics C, Mechanics, I'm going to put in very hard and not drop out, because it's the same exact content as AP Physics 1, except it just adds a decent amount of calculus. Literature, I put that in hard. I'm going to be taking that this year. It delves into a lot more fiction and poetry, and I hate poetry, but it's generally considered the harder AP Lang, which is why I'll put it in the hard tier. AP Physics 2, this one definitely goes above AP Physics 1 in my opinion, because it deals with things that I'm not really as familiar with, like with waves and electricity. So overall it's more difficult than AP Physics 1, but probably not as difficult as AP Physics C. Microeconomics, I haven't taken it, but I've heard it is pretty easy overall. AP Biology, I took it this semester. It was not very difficult. Some of the content, actually a lot of the content is very in-depth, and a lot of it is very challenging. But you already know a lot of it going in if you did high school biology. And overall, it just wasn't as difficult as some of the others on top of it, which is why it just goes into simple hard. AP Environmental Science, it's easy. It's environmental science. Nothing much really to say about that. AP European History, it's kind of hard. AP Lang, same sort of thing. It's not very difficult. You go deeper into reading and writing. The AP test is pretty easy. So overall, it's a pretty easy class. I didn't really struggle that much with it. AP Stats, I took this sophomore year. I got a 96. It's a decently easy class. Not really much to say. Some of the units, like the probabilities, some of those get pretty difficult. But other than that, it's very easy. AP US History A Push goes in the same tier, kind of easy. It's just not an extremely difficult class. It's definitely easier than AP Lang. Although this one is hyped up to be very hard, it's not very hard at all. If you know anything about American history, you'll basically be fine. But it goes pretty deep into things, but it's just history. Like, it's already happened. It's like facts. Macroeconomics, it goes to microeconomics. If you pre-calc, it actually is not as easy as some people kind of lead it on. Some of the concepts were pretty difficult, and it goes pretty deep. I took it at the same time at AP Stats. It's definitely slightly easier than AP Stats. AP Research, I don't really know a whole lot about that, but it goes in the easy tier. Same with Computer Science Principles. It is not exactly as easy as people let on, because we had to learn Python in this class. So some of the stuff was a little bit difficult. Not really though, because I kind of play Minecraft most of the time. Comparative Government, we'll put that there. I don't really know a whole lot about that. AP World History Modern, it's a very easy class. The essays and everything you do with it well, it's a broad range of things, so you don't have to go that in depth on anything. So it's pretty easy. AP US Gov, I put that at the top of easy. Don't really know a whole lot about that, but I know it's definitely not very difficult. AP Human Geography, it's a little harder than people let on. It's a lot of busy work. So the workload's a lot, but the actual things you do is pretty easy. Same with psychology. The coursework is pretty easy overall. There's not a whole lot to say there. AP Physics, Electricity, Magnetism goes all the way at the top to drop out. It's basically a harder AP Physics 2, and it goes very deep into electricity and magnetism, and it uses calculus as well. So it's overall very, very difficult, which is why I rank it at the very top. Now here's my whole list.